And when I say moist, man, when I say anti-moist, I don't mean anti-gay. There's a big difference between being gay and moist. See, moist is right there in between. Moist is when you're suspect. You dig what I'm saying? It's like when you're not sure about something 100%. Like if somebody says, go check the baby's diaper to see if the baby's wet. The diaper isn't wet, but it's damp. So it's not dry, it's not wet, it's damp. It's right there in between. If somebody says, look outside to see if it's raining, it's not sunny, it's not raining, but there's precipitation. And with a lot of dudes, he might be straight, he might be gay, but what we do know, he's moist. And that's what I mean by moist. Don't be in the middle. If you're going to be one or the other. All this moist, metrosexual bullshit that's going on, choose a side and get up in there. I'm sick of all this little androgynous bullshit that's going on with the dudes out here, especially in the black community, man. There's a lot of noise going on out here in Waikiki, so excuse the noise. But like I said, man, we really need to have an anti-moist movement. And that just shows the ass backwards nature of the black community now. I mean, there's moist behavior in the white community, but in our community, the gender roles have been so reversed. It's insane. Before I came here to Hawaii, I went to Six Flags Magic Mountain. And there's a lot of hood rats up there at Magic Mountain and Six Flags in Los Angeles, up there in Valencia. But what I noticed, man, a lot of the black women were studs. A lot of black women were dressed like dudes. I saw so many sisters walking around with their pants sagging, with wife beater t-shirts on, and do-rags. Looking gangster, and all the dudes were walking around with skinny jeans and scarves. I mean, the black community is so ass backwards right now. Black women have taken on the dominant role, and the brothers have taken on the submissive role. And this shit is really getting out of hand. So we need to just cut to the chase and just stop all the moist behavior. We really need to have a strong anti-moist movement, man. And when, fellas, don't let anybody peer pressure you into doing moist shit. If a nigga's like, hey man, let's go get some skinny jeans, say, no player, I'm anti-moist. Hey man, let's go get the brand new scarves and wear the shit that Kanye West is wearing. No player, I'm anti-moist. Hey man, let's go get us some man purses. Player, I'm anti-moist. Let's go get our eyebrows arched. I'm anti-moist. Tell these dudes, man, I'm anti-moist. That's not how I'm rolling. But like I said, man, the gender roles, man, have become so ass backwards right now, man. I was looking at another video on YouTube, and there was a rapper by the name of Charles Hamilton. Excuse me. A guy named Charles Hamilton. He's a rapper. I haven't heard too much of his stuff. I mean, it was the first time me hearing about this guy. But there was a video of him doing an interview, and he was with this chick that I guess he dates her, kind of dates her. He's hitting it. And they were kind of playing around, freestyling about each other. She made a little freestyle rap about him, then he made a little freestyle rap about her, and both of them were getting personal. And some of the shit he said kind of hit hard, and then she hauled back and swung on him and hit him in the chin. And this video circulated all around the net, and I noticed some websites were saying shit like, well, you go girl, you should have hit him in his chin. That's right, girl, you should have hit him harder. I mean, y'all better stop telling women this bullshit. I know the gender roles have been reversed, but y'all keep telling these sisters that it's cool to swing on dudes, and what's gonna happen, they're gonna swing on the wrong dude. I've said this on about 5 or 6 of my shows. Sisters, black women, if you're listening, do not let anybody egg you on. I know the gender roles have been reversed. I know that in your community, you're the most dominant one and black men have taken on a submissive role. But ladies, you are going to run across the wrong dude and try to pull that bullshit, and something fucked up is going to happen. Especially out on the West Coast. You're not going to swing on one of them Oakland dudes. You're not going to swing on one of them San Diego dudes. You're not going to swing on one of them LA dudes. Something's going to happen. You're going to get your ass put in a trunk somewhere. I'm telling you this from what I've seen. I've seen women break bad on niggas in public in LA and on the West Coast, and them bitches disappeared. But on the video with Charles Hamilton, he made another video after he got swung on by this young lady. He apologized to her. I mean, what kind of shit is that? And this is he's a little moist dressing dude himself with pink, tight Garanimal shirts. So fellas, enough is enough, man. We really need to have an anti-moist movement. Stop the insanity. There's such an imbalance in the community right now. It's just fucked up. Women out here beating dudes' asses in the streets. Dudes booty shaking like bitches, man. Stop. We need to reset the game. The whole black community needs to be reset. I'm going to do a very special show about the black community, the African American community. I might do that next week. It's going to be a very deep show. Very, very deep show. But like I said, man, the gender roles in the continental United States have been reversed. There's no balance. The women are most dominant, the men are more submissive. Now, yesterday, as a matter of fact, I did a radio interview for a radio station in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Now, in the Caribbean, the mind state is a little bit different. I mean, they have poverty, they have crime, and they have things like that, but the gender roles are not reversed. The men know who they are, the women know who they are, and everybody has their place. In Caribbean culture, women kind of know not to step out of line too much. You can't come at dudes the way the American black women come at dudes here or in the continental U.S. That shit don't really fly in the Caribbean because those dudes will go nutty on one of those females out there. But like I said, I did an interview with the radio station yesterday, and it was two ladies, Elma and Sonia. I forgot the name of the radio show, but they were very wonderful ladies. We had a very good time on the show. And I was asking them about the Caribbean culture, the Virgin Island culture, because I've never been there. And I've been planning on going out there. And we were talking about me coming out there to do a lecture. And I asked the ladies, I'm like, well, ladies, what are the men like out there on the island? And they got quiet as mice. They didn't say shit. They were like, Tariq, you gonna get us stoned out here. Oh, we'll talk about it more after the show. And I found that very interesting that those women in the Caribbean, they didn't dare say anything disrespectful about the black men because they knew that there will be consequences. So you don't have the quote-unquote white daddy backup system as black American women have. See, they got the quote-unquote what I call the white daddy backup system. They know that the police will be on their side when it comes to dealing with black women and black men. So they know that they have that advantage. They know they have the white man in their back pocket to back them up with their bullshit. That's why they come at dudes fucked up. For example, Chris Brown. You see the shit he's going through. No telling what happened between him and Rihanna. People talk all that shit. Well, you should never hit women, blah, 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 blah. You don't know what happened in that car. You don't know what that woman did to that dude to make him go there, and you see that he's paying for it in the court of law. So black women know this, so they use that as an incentive to kind of jump bad at dudes. I read something that the rapper Eve, she was talking real greasy about Chris Brown last week, talking about, yeah, Chris Brown this, he's that, people should stop supporting him. If a dude hit me, I'm gonna beat his ass. I'm like, Eve, tell Eve I said shut the fuck up. Tell Eve, little pumpkin mouth ass, I said shut the fuck up because she ain't gonna do shit. But go tell. She ain't gonna do a goddamn thing but run her biscuit mouth ass somewhere and snitch on brothers. That's all she gonna do. She thinks she's that character Terry from Barbershop. She's taking her role a little bit too seriously. But tell Eve I said shut the fuck up. But like I said, man, in the Caribbean culture, man, those women know not to break bad. The culture and the gender roles are very defined. There's no mix-up. The men are men, the women are women. And the women have their place, the men have their place. Sometimes it's more extreme than others. Like in Jamaica, man, it's illegal to be homosexual. So if you act too moist, they'll literally kill you out there, which I don't agree with. They shouldn't do that. But I'm just letting you know the extremes of some cultures to maintain the gender roles.